Welcome, Doctor, to the world of ImmunoWars. It's time to give you a taste of the game and its endless possibilities. In this game, you wage bio-warfare on your friends and foes, trying to destroy them with various diseases. Let's start by having a look at the different card types in the game. We kick off with the stars of the show, viruses and bacteria. These pathogens form the spine of your offensive arsenal. Use them to terrorize your enemies. Moving on to defensive cards. Protect yourself with medicine, gear, and a strong immune system. Apply the highly dynamic action cards and usables to turn the tide in your favor. But beware of trap cards and random events, as they can radically alter your fate in an instant. With this in mind, I present to you gameplay. Behold, an Immuno table. Here you see two crazy scientists battling for supremacy. Players take turns picking cards from either of these decks. The pile on the right is the discard. Here lies all that is used or lost. This is your player board. Here you'll find essential information on your health, energy, and turns. Take good care of it. Let's take a closer look, shall we? On the left, you'll find your health bar. You win by depleting your opponent's health to 0. Moving on to ATP, adenosine triphosphate. This is the energy you use for all sorts of abilities, both attacking and defending. On the right, you may store your timers. These timers indicate the duration of certain abilities in terms of turns, such as the length of a disease. Whenever you forget the turn order, this overview might prove useful. Now back to the table. Your hand is where you keep the majority of your cards, such as your bioweapons, medicine, and other usables. You may hold up to 7 cards in your hand. Other cards can be equipped, such as Immuno cards, vaccines, and of course equipment, by placing them in front of you. Whenever you're suffering from an infection, you will find that card in front of you on the table too. Let's zoom in again and have a look at the infection in question. Pneumococcus. Diseases such as this have a few important elements you want to keep track of. This is the biohazard level, indicating infectiousness. If you're suffering an infectious disease and someone decides to attack you, they might get infected too. This depends on its biohazard level, coupled with the roll of a die. Severity indicates the difficulty level of treatment. While many protective cards can easily eliminate 1-star threats, only a select few superstars of your line of defense can treat 3-star diseases. All cards in the game have 1 or more abilities that you may use whenever the need arises. Some are passive and therefore don't have to be activated. Keep in mind, however, that many abilities cost you ATP, so choose wisely when and what to use. With that in mind, let's play a quick round. First, you wake up, hopefully reinvigorated after a good night's rest, gaining 1 ATP. Step 2. Draw a card from one of the decks and show it to everyone. If it's a trap card, it's automatically activated on you. If it's a random event, it's activated on everyone, starting with you. If it's a vaccine, equipment, or Immuno card, equip it. All other cards go straight into your hand. You've drawn antibiotics, a consumable. Consumables go into your hand until you use them. This particular antibiotic, penicillin, can be used to treat a bacterial infection up to 2-star severity, or anthrax. It costs 2 ATP to activate. Step 3. Tactical phase. During this phase, you may choose to play any number of cards from your hands, with the exception of bacteria and viruses. Also, in this phase, you decide whether you're going to treat a disease or suffer its negative effects. Remove 1 timer token from each relevant card. If a timer-based card runs out of timer tokens, remove the card and place it on the discard pile. We're going to treat the 2-star pneumococcus with antibiotics. Pay 2 ATP and place the medicine on top of the infection. All seems well. Oh no. Player 2 turned your medicine into a placebo, rendering it useless. Action cards like this can be played at any time, even outside of your turn, and can be powerful tools when used wisely. Thus, you're infected. As the antibiotics were the only treatment you had against this infection, you'll have to suffer its negative effects. Placement of the timer shows which of the two abilities are active. In this case, you'll have to roll the die to determine if you suffer mild or heavy symptoms. Are you feeling lucky, punk? A 5! Luckily, you suffer only a single lung inflammation, causing -3 HP. Choose where the damage hits. You may even split it up between these health sources. However, during the game you cannot redistribute health tokens from one source to another. If a piece of equipment runs out of health tokens, it is destroyed and goes to the discard pile. Alright, we'll let the crazy lab coat take one for the team. Remove the corresponding amount of health tokens and 1 timer token from the disease. Since the bacteria ran out of timers, it is discarded, and you're healthy once again. This is where the real magic happens. Either you attack your enemy with a bacteria or virus from your hand, or you draw an extra card into your hand to end your turn. Again, if you draw a trap card or random event, it will be activated instantly. Let's see what's in our hand. Blood Transfusion. This action card can be played at any time to steal 3 HP directly from an opponent's main life source. Let's put it to good use. I can feel the life flowing back to me. It feels good. Throw the card on the discard pile after use and proceed with 4A or 4B. The use of action cards doesn't influence your turn in any way. I see you chose to go on the offensive. Very good, Doctor. You attack player 2 with Salmonellosis, the top ability of Salmonella. Costing you 3 ATP, throw the mutation card in for good measure, to make this bacteria resistant to antibiotics. By attacking player 2 with Salmonella, you end your turn. Your opponent will have to decide how to react to this during their tactical phase. Thank you for watching, and if you have any further questions or remarks, don't hesitate to reach out to us. ImmunoWars, ready to get viral?